I despise cash grab sequels. Hello, I'm Duncan and this is a retro dunking of Taken 2. Released a few years after the original, the Taken sequel originally had fans up in arms. After all, Taken had tied up all its plot threads, been a complete flop in cinemas. We thought it was a cash grab, and then the hook came out, the plot. Brian Mills killed 35 people in the last film. That means there's 35 families out there grieving and hurting and wanting revenge. And they come after him. It's a direct tie-in, actions having consequences. It was a brilliant sounding sequel. And then my friend and I went after work. We'd been looking forward to the sequel all day. We put our money down, we sat in the cinema excited, ready for a kick-ass film, and what we got was styrofoam. It went nowhere with that hook. Nowhere. The rating went from 15 to 18 in the original. With this one, straight 12A. But even with that rating changed to a 15, the film still wouldn't have been good. The villains are not threatening. They've gone to the Bond school of villainy. Their plan is massively overcomplicated and dependent on way too many things happening just at the right time. Liam Neeson now appears to exist in a world without consequences. His daughter, played by Maggie Grace, who is okay in the role, throws 3 live grenades around Istanbul so that Neeson can find out where he is. It kind of makes sense in the film, but don't see the film. And there's no consequences. There are no consequences for this film. It's just a dull film. Famke Jameson is wasted in little more than a damsel in distress. The villains are just generic Euro trash. The racism is incredibly unsubtle in this film. Just, my friend and I walked out of that cinema and we knew we'd been suckered. We knew it was a bad cash grab and we'd fallen for it the same. A higher budget does not make for a better film. It's led to one of my cast iron rules. With the exception of Spider-Man 2, films that have a 2 in the title are awful. Films that have a 3 in the title, even more so. Taken 2 is a bad film, and it's not the good kind of bad film where you can watch it with your mates like Street Fighter and just roast the hell out of it. It's a bad film. It's a 2-star film. It functions. It has plot, but it has no impact, no weight. It's generic. There's no thoughts. It's full of plot holes. It's just not worth seeing. And I don't know how else to bring this across to you. The action has gone from static cameras with bone-crunching noises to generic shaky camera. Bango is just falling down. In the original film, Liam Neeson took damage. He finished the film barely able to stand. In this film, he's right as rain. They make, in the first 10 minutes, a casual reference to the first film, almost a passing joke. No, it's in that timeline, it's 18 months after her daughter was kidnapped by sex slivers. That never becomes a passing joke. That's something you go to therapist about. You don't talk about. You don't make it a passing joke. There is nothing to recommend in this film. It's not a good action film. The original is better. It's not a bad film because it functions. This film has nothing to recommend it, so I'm not going to. Don't watch this film. Don't see films with 2 in the title. Don't fall for cash grabs. I'm Duncan, and this was a dunking.